On today's episode of Anime Afterthought, The Rising of a Shield Hero, Season 2, Episode 5, Ost Hourai. It all makes sense now. I mean, deep down inside, I was like 95% sure this is how it was going to turn out. But even before the giant reveal, her incantation to open up the portal to the deeper depths of the Spirit Tortoise, I mean, it kind of gives it away. But looking back, seeing how Oist has all this forgotten knowledge that seems to be spot on, coupled with the fact that closer to the goal we get, the more knowledge she actually acquires. But let's look at our first interaction, her introduction. After a screech of the tortoise, a mysterious woman appears, requesting the shield hero to kill her. And honestly, it felt too much of a coincidence for her to be the only human type familiar from the Spirit Tortoise. But come on, like you could feel you knew where they were heading with this. But with her spell including the phrase "into my depths," for me, it was all but certain. But still, that reveal, I gotta say, shocking. Shocking because I thought the one individual who knew, or at least the way the series depicted, had the biggest expression. Obviously, Philo, whether it's her naivete due to age or just her personality, is kind of aloof. And I think that's at most times. I mean, she literally was just born, what, a year ago in the story? I don't know how time passes in this world. But the looks, the subtext to her actions, and even what she has said, I assumed at this point Raphtalia knew something about Oist. It just felt that way. But I think in reality, while this final scene revealing the fact that Oist is not just a familiar of the Spirit Tortoise, but the physical embodiment of its core, its essence, its soul. In fact, you could say that Oist is the Spirit Tortoise itself. Seeing the look on Raphtalia's face, you knew she didn't know, but to me, I think looking back, Raphtalia knows what is going to happen. While they go in to attack its true heart, or at least what I assume is its true heart, the tearful look she gives Oist, I think she understands the fact that if we kill the Spirit Tortoise, we're going to kill Oist. And this is only compounded by the fucking revelation that she is the Spirit Tortoise itself. So it's like, we're going to have to kill this lady. I mean, it's disheartening to say the least, because so far she's actually been a very enjoyable character. We only have had her for 5 episodes, but in that 5 episodes, she's proven herself to be a competent character when it comes to not only the battle, but also dealing with our main cast, especially when it comes to Raisha. It seems there is a bond that had formed between those two. So much so that Raisha is one of the only 2 people who figure out Oist's true identity. I was surprised Naofumi did, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it's all been cemented now, the fact that Oist is going to die. The reality is setting in, and you know what? It kind of fucking sucks. But the alternative is to let the Vassal hero, aka the book hero, Kyo Ethnia, have his way, and I'm just not down with that. This dude has rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, he literally was just introduced in this episode, and he is coming off as a fucking dick. So here we have it, the main culprit behind all of this shit, the disappearance of the 3 cardinal heroes, the resurrection of the Spirit Tortoise, is all thanks to another Vassal hero summoned from a different fucking world. My god. It honestly feels like the world of Melremark is just every other hero's stomping ground. And what's even worse, like, I mean, I get it. Lark, Tricia, hell, even Glass, who I love the fact that Naofumi pointed out her new look in today's episode. I was also curious. I was like, is that Glass? Like, I wasn't 100% sure at first. They have a method behind their madness, their motivation, their determination is fueled by altruism, right? They're trying to save their own fucking world, but it seems what comes off as a complete egotistical, narcissist fucking psychopath, his motivation is pure fucking greed. I mean, we don't know what it is yet. This is all secondhand knowledge from Lark, but just the balls of admitting to like, oh, I could do this in my own world, but I'd rather come to this one because, you know, it's easier. Like, dude, you just massacred tens of thousands of fucking people. You're a fucking piece of shit. Like, fuck you, dude. You're gonna get your ass stomped. Like, yeah, and it just sucks that the fucking reveal comes from him too. Like, my god, like, God, this guy really is a piece of shit. Like, we still have a lot to do though. We still have a lot to do. The spirit tortoise is revived. Its head has regrown. Its heart is still intact, but now we have made it to its deepest depths, its core. But like I said, with the revelation that Oist is in fact the embodiment of this core, killing it is tantamount to killing her, and that fucking sucks. And just hearing this guy laugh, like, oh, you guys could have ended this a long time ago if you just would have fucking killed her. Like, oh, dude, you're gonna get it, man. People like you in series like this do not fuck. They get their comeuppance. Look at bitch. Look at trash. Like, you're gonna fucking get it. You're gonna fucking get it. I mean, and that's it. There's only a couple things left in our checklist. Find the other cardinal heroes, stop the tortoise, and stomp this dude's ass in. But what did you guys think of today's episode? Like, with the reality setting in that Oist will die, has she been a strong enough character? Has she been developed enough in 5 episodes to actually affect you? For me, I say yes. I think she's a nice character. I would have liked to see her become part of the group, but I just know there's no future where that happens, and that's kind of sad. Anyways, with all that being said, and more Shield Hero next week, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.